What is up, you guys? Thank you so much again, as always, for joining us. Samantha Croston, Ashley Wenskoski from the Why Am I a Mets Fan podcast. We are joining you from Queens. Oh yeah, we're here for the Mets home opener.
We did it, guys. We got here. I know it had been a journey,
but
we did it.
And I felt like there were times where we really weren't sure which way it was gonna go.
Yeah.
But we found our way here, so that's the first step. Honestly, you guys, dream come true for us. Obviously, you guys know this, but we legitimately are lifelong Mets fans. I mean, I don't want to speak for you, but I think I can in saying, like, this is the reason why you got into sports.
Yeah, absolutely. I think this is a day that both of us have dreamed of for a long time. Kind of crazy to even wrap our minds around the fact that we will be, pressed at Citi Field tomorrow and going and in the clubhouse and on the field during batting practice and the whole 9 yards. So we could not be more excited, and we want to say thank you to you guys for even making this opportunity possible for us, because this is not something that would have happened, in all honesty, before we had this podcast and before we had you guys following along and listening and watching. Still kind of crazy to us that this many people even care about what we have to say about the Mets.
And just listen to us, yeah. Honestly, that's something I've thought about a lot. Like, I know that we've said this to you guys in the past, but this is the sort of thing that was legitimately an idea less than a year ago. And so many of you have helped to turn that idea into a reality. It's a really special moment for us. Ashley mentioned this a little bit, but just so you guys know, we will be at the majority of the events tomorrow. So we'll be hearing from Mendoza, we'll be hearing from some players, we'll be talking to fans, and we hope to bring back some content for you guys for the next couple of weeks. So again, be checking out the YouTube page, Instagram, Twitter, Reels. We're gonna be covering it all. But even beyond that, I think there's just some exciting things about the Mets that we're excited to be here for. We have to start with the main thing. Juan Soto, I know that obviously this is the first time he's going to be here in front of the Mets fans, but I have to just tell you something. I was looking at him in a Mets uniform yesterday when I was doing the sportscast, pushing ahead, telling people we were going to be here. He looks so good in an orange and blue uniform.
Majestic.
It's
truly.
so freaky. It really is.
Right. Well, even just now, coming into our hotel here in Queens, we're here obviously the night before the game, Thursday night, seeing just the billboards, which I'm sure those of you that live in New York have seen before, but we haven't. The billboards of Juan Soto on Citi Field, a lot to wrap the mind around.
You got to admit, I'm not ready to go here yet. Relax, everyone.
$765 million man.
But it makes you think, that idea of the Yankees being the big brother for so long. I'm not ready to say the Mets are the big brother. I'm not ready to say New York City is a Mets town. But I am here to say it's gonna shake things up, and something about actually seeing him in Citi Field, it changes things.
Maybe the Mets aren't the big brother yet, but they're growing up. You know what I mean?
Aww.
The Empire State Building tonight lit up in blue and orange for the Mets home opener tomorrow, presumably, maybe the next two, I don't know. But yes, we're so excited. We're so excited to see what tomorrow brings. Obviously, on a little bit more of a baseball-y front. We haven't been able to go through it with you guys in a couple days since our last episode. Baseball-y front. Thanks for that lingo. Obviously, the Mets kind of opened the season in a mixed bag, right? They're 3-3 right now. 2 road trips to Houston and Miami to start the year, but they did leave off on a high note in Miami, and I think that's important momentum-wise going into the home opener.
The Mets opening the season with a mixed bag?
Shocking.
Who would have guessed?
Shocking.
Shocker. Yeah, I mean, going out to the Marlins, winning 2 out of 3, as expected.
Yeah.
Exactly what I would have expected to happen. But to your point, listen, that last game, if you're a Mets fan, you have to appreciate what Pete Alonso and the Mets were able to do. That was a game they absolutely could have mailed in and lost. They didn't. And what it shows me is that 2024 spirit can never be replicated. We all know that.
Oh, yeah.
But that spirit's still alive in the 2025 version of the team.
I completely agree. I saw them. I was kind of not watching the game. I was on my phone, sort of checking the box score and whatnot. Saw they were losing the whole day pretty much, and then saw them tie it in the 9th, and I was like, oh, here we go. We're going to extras. Obviously, Alonso came through, but not only that, Brazoban in those late innings, absolute money. So that was good to see, a guy we've been a little unsure about, I think, coming into this season. And the Mets bullpen has been fantastic through the first few series of the season. So we'll see if that continues against the Blue Jays. Old friend, the Blue Jays never win. The irony's not lost on me, just so you all know. With all we talked about the Blue Jays this winter, the Mets opening the season against the Blue Jays, and old friend Tyler McGill on the mound. A lot going on.
A lot going on. Hey, but we've said it before, and we will say it again. Tyler McGill showed us something, all right? And we are excited to see him pitch again tomorrow, see what he has to bring to the plate.
He's got to prove something to my face tomorrow. That would do a lot for me, honestly.
I understand that, and I think that's fair to say. I will say what the first 6 games have ultimately shown me is that some of the things that fans were unsure about, it's like those questions have been answered,
Yeah.
and the things that fans were excited about are the things that right now are still lacking. Very Metsy approach to start the year.
Absolutely
But
is.
I'm not mad about it because I truly think once they start to put the pieces together, Lindor having a slow start, we knew that was going to happen.
He had a kid.
He was having a baby, relax. He's good now, he's fine. When they put all those pieces together, it makes you wonder, it makes you think.
It does. Also, just side note, the back page of the New York Post, I feel like this is something we would normally talk about, so I am going to bring it up. The back page of the Post, after Pete hit the game-winning thing to win the game, saying torpedo for the bats. Just phenomenal. You know the New York Post is an old friend as well as we do, but that was great content.
Awesome. And by the way, it is not lost on us, the torpedo bats conversation. We will be bringing that conversation to Citi Field tomorrow.
Going back to the bats.
Yeah, we have thoughts on that. I still just want to get it out here as my last note, and then we'll let you guys go until tomorrow. I still think that it is too soon to be freaking out about the bats.
Yeah.
I really do. I think you're going to start to see a lot of other teams start to use them, and at that point, MLB will decide. Either it's changing the game so much that the bats can't be used anymore, or it's not that big of a deal and we all just need to move on and it's a part of the game. But MLB will decide that.
What happened with the Yankees in those first couple of games last weekend truly does, I'm not ready to say it's a coincidence, but it does feel like everybody, including maybe us a little bit, jumped the gun on really seeing how much that mattered. I guess the bats to me is like, we'll get back to that and see if everyone's still talking about that come July. Because they may be, but they may not be. And we'll see what happens.
I
Too
totally
soon
agree.
to tell. So we're so excited to go tomorrow. Obviously, again, this is just everything that we've ever wanted. Still kind of like, I won't even believe it until I'm there tomorrow, honestly. And yeah, we're gonna just talk to everyone and get all the content that we can and bank stuff for you guys and hopefully do some more fun stuff too. Obviously, it's gonna be baseball centric around, you know, what's going on with Mets and what we can expect to see this season and the whole 9 yards. But you know us, we like a few off the wall things, a few social things that are a little more fun.
We've been known to go off task from time to time.
We have been known to ramble and rave.
That may happen tomorrow. All that to say, from the bottom of our hearts, thank you one more time. We are really excited to be here. That's Ashley Wenskoski. I'm Samantha Croston. We'll see you back here tomorrow.